my dear hookers, how are you today? So I mentioned using different fibers in the last video that I literally just finished. And I was kind of putting some more yarn away from the haul that I got from the lovely Jane. And I thought I would show you what I mean. Now hang on. Let me just see if I can, that's as far as I can go out. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the obligatory Bernat Super Value in variegated brown. I don't even know what color this is. It's called Pink Taupe. There we go. Pink Taupe. And as you can see, it's a size 4 using a 5mm hook. Can you see that? Come on. It's not going to focus in. Okay, trust me, it's a 5mm hook. Now I've got some of my favorite yarn here, but I'll get to that one last. I've got several others. Haven't got a clue as to what they are. Haven't got a clue. But, and I know they don't all work. Just pretend they do for me, okay? But I want to get, so again, this is probably a Bernat Super Value or even maybe a premium. It's pretty soft. But it kind of has that, if I look at it, oh, let's turn on my light. I realized I've got some shadows going on there. There we go. Oh, it doesn't do it justice. Oh, that's okay. So this is kind of a pinky taupe. This kind of could, okay, if I lay one strand of that in there, it kind of disappears in with the colors. You can see it, but it's not holy cow. All right. And then I've got this other taupey, tweedy, have no idea what it is. But again, it's a ball. And then I have this, I hate this stuff. I have no idea what it is. Somebody's actually taped it up so it doesn't unravel itself. I will have to, I think it's like a Fentex maybe, although it does maybe feel like wool. Maybe it is wool. I don't know what it is. I don't care. And then I have this, which is really kind of cool. Bit thinner. Oh, sorry. There we go. Bit thinner. So maybe those might not work together, but these could. This is a little bit thicker, but it's still not bad. This is the same. This is very, very similar. It's a little bit thinner, but I can work with it. Okay. If I really wanted to, excuse me, sorry. If I really wanted to get brave, I could do one strand of this and one strand of this, and that would be a little bit thicker than this, probably closer to this. But I want yarns that I can just do as is. So what you want to do is find colors, okay, that you think can all work. This one is a color that could work, but first of all, it feels really yucky. I don't like it. But if you take a look at actually how thick it is a very, very thick yarn. So I'm going to put that one aside. I don't want it. One of my favoriteest yarns in the whole wide world, and it is from Zellers, Kresge's, Lewis Craft. I have no idea. It's from a store. And I find this in so many garage sales. Jane has found a ton of it for me. It is called Cindy. I have no idea. Bouquet makes it. I don't even know if Bouquet is still in business, but I love this stuff almost as much as I love the sea spray from Patons. It does not look like it would be easy to work with. It so is. Trust me. And once you wash it, it is gorgeous. Washable by machine, dryable by machine. It is, what is it? It is 80% acrylic. Can we see that without it blurring out on me? 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Okay. That's the French side. There. Oh, well, the other side's, that's okay. And it says to use a 5.5 to 6mm hook. When I did use that, excuse me, when I did use the 5.5 to 6mm, I didn't like it. Not at all. Not one tiny little bit. So I went to a smaller hook. I went to a size 5. It was ideal. So again, size 5, size 5, size 5, yeah, around a size 5, yeah, around a size 5, and maybe a little bit bigger than a size 5. So if I take all of this, okay, and let's just pretend that I have like 3 balls of everything, I could really make a cool, unique blanket that would really appeal to, and again, I say this because I do have a grandson with sensory issues. Actually, I have 2 grandsons, but one of them it's very sensory issues. And I will run this past him before I put it on my table because not only do I have a grandson with sensory issues, I have an amazing girl that lives in my town. Her name is Becca. I love her. She is autistic and she is all about texture. So I've got this scrunchy, wonderfully wool stuff. I think it's actually probably a great deal of wool. I've got this that's not quite, but it's so soft when it works up. I got this stuff that's pretty darn good. This stuff's that's a little bit different texture. This stuff's a little bit scratchy, not quite as nice. And then, of course, my obligatory Bernat Super Value. Again, I am not sponsored in any way. So what I have is what I have. But again, I don't know what all this stuff is. I only know what two of them are. One I've worked with a ton, one I've worked with a ton. But this stuff, I haven't got a clue as to what it is. It does look like Bernat Super Value, but it may not be. I don't know. So what I do is I find colors that are a lot alike. And this is what I do to make some sensory blankets. I'll use some textured stitches like a popcorn stitch, and we'll get into all of those. A camel stitch, I'll use triple crochets or treble crochets, I'll use doubles, I'll use single crochets, I will do crosses and hugs and kisses and all of that to make a textured blanket that is absolutely ideal for somebody with sensory issues. And I will try to remember to bring my little itty bitty one. I have one tiny little sensory blanket left. And I will try to remember to bring that for my next video to show you. But this again is just a super quick video to show you that, yeah, you don't have to have all Bernat Super Value. If you've got bits and bobs or two balls of different kinds that are similar enough, put them together, see what they look like. You may find that, oh, I don't like that one. I'm going to throw that one aside. I don't like this yucky one that's back here. Let's go put that aside. But then you might look in and go, hey, I've got, and this is just the cutest little pinky peachy color there. Okay. I've got a color that's perfect for that, but it's kind of in a cottony, woolly kind of stuff. And I've only got two balls of it. What are you going to make with two balls? Another scarf? How about another toque? Who wants to make another toque? Make a sensory blanket. Okay? Anybody who wants to make a sensory blanket with me, yes, we will make one. Those are a lot more difficult. They require a lot more counting. So they are something that is definitely not, oh, fudge. They are definitely not something we're going to do right away. I'm thinking maybe a couple of more videos down the road we'll be able to do one. But for right now, again, they are persnickety things. And the sad thing is I usually make them up as I go along because I keep my grandson Warren and the lovely, lovely teenage Becca, I keep them in my mind as I make them. So, and it doesn't matter what color. Just because my grandson Warren is a male child doesn't mean that he can't have pink. Warren loves pink. He loves purple. Becca, she loves navy blue. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Colors don't belong to sexes. Colors can be for everybody. I love rainbows. I love mixing colors that people would go, what are you doing? And I go, yeah, but it felt good at the time. And I just go forward from there. Okay? Don't be afraid. Use different textures. Use different colors. Use a wool with a acrylic. Use an acrylic wool blend with a whatever that is. I like, just don't be afraid. Okay. So this little tiny video, 8 minutes long, 9 minutes long by the time I get it processed. Don't be afraid to try something with something else. Again, just because you may not appreciate the outcome doesn't mean that somebody won't. I love this whole bunch together. Somebody else might go, what were you thinking? I don't care. I liked it. Somebody else will. So again, if you do markets like I do, oopsie. Don't be afraid to put your bips and bobs together. Don't just put them all into granny stitches and all of that. Put them into blankets. Put them into sensory blankets. Somebody will absolutely adore you for it. I will let you go because I have a lot of work to do now. So I will let you go. You have a glorious day. Be kind to yourself and to your yarn. My name is Sherry, and I am addicted to yarn.